Hey Team Scorpio, it's ScorpioMystique. Welcome to the Phoenix level of evolution. I'm so happy you've made it here. It's an amazing level. It's a level that Scorpios all achieve within their lifetime at varying degrees. And we've learned about the scorpion and the eagle levels, which are also beautiful. So, this is a very powerful time to be diving into the Phoenix because since we've had 4 weeks of intense Sun and Scorpio energy, we've had a super moon that's completely changed our worlds and will continue to. This is the time to have a more optimistic, uplifting perspective on life. Scorpios are the spiritual leaders of the zodiac. That's why we're often called old souls. And that's why it's important for us to be at peace within ourselves because we can affect our environment in very profound ways. And we are needed in the world in a very high vibration. So the Phoenix is all about a high vibration. And that's because Phoenix, in order to soar, has to fully understand everything about themselves. It's a sign of regeneration and transformation. And that's why the Phoenix is known as this mystical creature that burns itself and rises from its own ashes. And Scorpio, once you've made it through the scorpion and the eagle phases of evolution, you understand what rising from your ashes mean. And the ashes are basically what you've been doing in the let it go and forgive yourself and forgive another and the digital detox and the meditation exercises. They have helped you let go of these false beliefs that, certain situations you don't deserve or certain people shouldn't ever be in your life again or you know, you shouldn't open yourself up to love. All of those thoughts were weighing you down, and when you have them and dwell on them, they can create a very unhealthy reality. The Phoenix is here to fully emulate peace and selflessness and show the world that there are two sides to the way you want to look at things. You can look at the gloomy side, and that's all you'll see, or you can turn your face to the sun and allow the warmth and prosperity of the universe to bless you. So that is what the Phoenix is all about. The eagle was all about soaring above the BS, but you still could sometimes, come down and be caught up in it. You sometimes could observe it. And the Phoenix is more like, I am eternal, and my energy, my inner peace affects my environment. And because I know that, it's in my best interest to emit the best energy. And I'm therefore going to dwell on what brings me and those around me the most prosperity. So, a Phoenix Scorpio is a Scorpio who understands that they are connected to the world around them. Sometimes scorpion level Scorpios stay stuck in their own world, in their own bubble. And that's when you find yourself becoming super guarded, closed off to people if you've been hurt or deceived, suspicious, pushing people away. So your stinger comes out. That's the scorpion in us. And, we've expressed how we need to acknowledge that those emotions are valid. But the deeper part of all of this is once we've evolved to the eagle and we've realized that sometimes those emotions hold us back and we can let go, we can forgive and put all of our passions into constructive, tangible goals. So eagle is about I'm doing me, I'm watering my own grass, I'm accomplishing my dreams. The Phoenix is more like, I'm this leader. I realize that there is beauty in just being true to myself and loving myself and creating my reality. And I can help other people understand their purpose. So Scorpio is the one sign that is unbelievably passionate and needs to be passionate about what they do in order to be happy. More than anything, we need passion and content. Like, more than being content, we need to feel like it's our purpose. And as we start to figure that out, the lesson of the Phoenix Scorpio is to kind of share the love. So understand that there's enough room for everyone to shine. And that means that you can lead this movement of positivity, of warmth, of compassion, of empathy, of all these things that have been missing in our world. And naturally, Phoenix Scorpios can become amazing leaders and often may gain prominence even when they try to hide from the spotlight. And that's because their words speak so much truth and they have so much wisdom that people gravitate towards them. So it's really a stage that benefits all of humanity. So Scorpios, it used to be said, get to the Phoenix stage once they're maybe much older and have experienced a lot of the life lessons that the Scorpion and Eagle stages can bring. So, for example, Scorpios who are currently experiencing heartbreak and who may be sometimes wanting to be vengeful or sometimes wanting to cut off any love from their lives. If you feel like this is something that is inhibiting you, just know that ultimately this isn't something you have to repeat. You move on to the ego stage when you decide to choose to look at your life as something that you attract. You're a magnet, so you can learn from the experiences that may have hurt you. That's when you know you're at the ego stage. And then the Phoenix stage is when you're not even dwelling upon too much if what it's making you feel, just accepting that it's all part of your journey. And the Phoenix stage is when you're no longer at all pointing fingers to it being an external problem, that another person caused this to you. You're understanding that every single thing in your life is basically you. It's very meta right now. I'm getting very meta. And that's because the Phoenix stage is otherworldly. It's when, as a Scorpio, you find yourself contemplating your existence in a very spiritual, profound way and understanding that all of your interactions affect you in a very profound way. So sexually for Scorpios, Phoenix Scorpios are very, very, very cautious of whom they interact sexually with because they understand that it's more than just sex and it often is like energies that you're merging with. So Phoenix Scorpios will definitely still attract a whole bunch of romantic attraction and attention, but they'll also be extremely selective, and they also avoid triggering drama in relationships because peace is bringing them so much bliss. So you know you're a Phoenix Scorpio and you're at a Phoenix level when you just seek peace in everything and you seek peace for everyone. So Phoenix Scorpios ideally no longer even consider having enemies in their life. They don't even focus too much on people who may have backstabbed or hurt them because, like I said, they've absorbed the lesson that there was a reason that person entered their life, that they could learn how to be a better human themselves as a result of that person. They could question what may have led to them needing to learn this lesson. So Phoenix Scorpios are Scorpios who check themselves. Phoenix Scorpios aren't perfect. Phoenix Scorpios still have moments where they may want to lash out. Don't think that Phoenix Scorpio is a perfect, like, robotic human who never feels jealousy or rage. No, it's a Scorpio who, I like the metaphor of a lake. You know how a lake, deep within it, even though the surface may move when you throw a pebble, the depth of the lake remains pretty consistently stable. And it's not affected by what's happening on the surface. And so that's what Phoenix Scorpios are. They're very stable and secure within themselves. So even if the world may seem chaotic, they aren't affected by it in a way that makes them feel, negativity or feel overwhelmed. The way Scorpion level Scorpios can sometimes be always on edge, always on guard, and easily influenced by their environment. So that's important to distinguish as a Phoenix. It's all about the way you react to your situations and to the world around you. So, speaking of the world, this is our first challenge assignment to evolve into the Phoenix. We all know that these past few weeks have been intense for the whole world for so many reasons, and much, much, much more than these past few weeks have been intense. All of humanity, as an astrologer, just thinking of the history of the world and how much we've evolved in our consciousness and how we're continuing to evolve, it completely astounds me. I could go on forever, but this assignment will kind of allow you to kind of contemplate on the spirituality of it all, and this will allow you to evolve into a Phoenix. So basically, you've forgiven yourself, you've forgiven another, and now you're going to forgive the world. And what do I mean by that? How is that even possible? There are billions of us. What am I even talking about? Let me explain. So, forgiving the world with this idea that you are the world, because that's true. Sometimes it's easy to get mad at the media. I sometimes get mad at, different systems and organizations, and it's easy to, critique them, but it's also easy to dehumanize them and forget that these big systems and the big, corporations or anything are just composed of humans who are making different decisions and who, are just like us. We make up systems. We all are part of some sort of organization that, it's just interesting to break it down that way. So that's what I mean by the world. Forgive the world is a combination of yourself and the other people that you've been forgiving, understanding that we all make up this ecosystem. So think of one thing that's been frustrating you about the world that you've just kind of maybe been pointing blame about to someone else or to, a lot of people have been frustrated politically. A lot of people have been frustrated in terms of even interpersonally. They may feel like there's disloyalty. Maybe they're feeling frustrated about human rights being violated. So let's just think about what's been annoying us about the world. Let's just be honest, because the world isn't perfect. Scorpio season was amazing. Ups and downs, clearly, as we can expect with Scorpio season. But I think as a whole, especially when we look back on it, the supermoon has enlightened us. These challenges have strengthened us. So I stand by saying that ScorpioMystique was amazing as a whole. But it's still clear that we live in a world that we can create. And so by forgiving the world, focus on one aspect of the world that's really been frustrating you. So let me give an example. I've been frustrated by capitalism, and that's very broad because it affects everything. But I sometimes just get frustrated and I'm like, is it really necessary for us to have to pay to just, be living, to have basic rights, to drink water, to have shelter, to get educated? Like, loans have been frustrating. And so I could go on and on. So it's actually going to feel cathartic to just take a minute to think outside of yourself. So we had times where we were able to think about things that have been frustrating us personally or interpersonally. But the Phoenix Scorpio is someone who's not even only thinking about themselves, but they're thinking fully about those around them. So it's not about talking about others. It's not about talking about people. It's about talking about ideas, concepts, visualizations. And so think of one aspect of the world, and it could be more, that you have been frustrated and disappointed about. And then immediately think about what you can do as a human to make a change. Because that is the goal of the Phoenix, is to make a huge change, to be a leader in this movement to heal the world. And so that could be checking yourself. So me, I was mad about capitalism. So I'm trying, it's not perfect, but I'm going to try to be more conscious of where I am shopping, for example, and make sure that it's all coming from a sustainable and ethical place. And that's something I can hold myself accountable for. And it's not always going to be perfect. So don't be too hard on yourself. Even if, people, for example, are doing things like meatless Fridays. It's not perfect, but they're choosing to cut back on meat consumption. There's all kinds of things you can do. Anything that seems right for you. It doesn't have to be a huge step. It can be getting a recycling bin or a compost bin. It doesn't even have to be, environmental. It can be something that you think the world needs healing of. So you can, decide to check yourself if you've had a stereotypical thought about someone. And that's going to lead to a new assignment that I want to give. So I'll hold on to that. Checking yourself is key in this. Just how can you heal the world through checking yourself about something? So write down something that's been frustrating you and then check yourself and be like, well, how did I partake in this and what can I commit to make life better? Because remember that everything about Scorpio is about karma. So this is just bringing more positive energy into your life by putting positive energy in the universe. That's the secret of the phoenix, rising from your ashes and destroying what doesn't work, but understanding that through destroying, it's still part of the universe. That's why Scorpio is a sign of death and transformation and sex and karma, because nothing ever fully goes away. Everything always is, even when we die, when we're born. It's pretty awesome. So the phoenix is really respecting that we're all connected, and so being more aware of what you're putting out into the universe, and not just for yourself, for your friends, for your lovers, but for everyone around you. So that's assignment number 1, which is forgive the world by realizing you are the world. So be honest about what's been annoying you, a global issue, societal, humanitarian issue that's been annoying you. And it can be as simple as like, I'm just so mad that everyone feels the need to get angry about politics, or be honest, because sometimes we just don't even talk about the fact that we're all humans in the world, and the phoenix is about enlightenment. So I know this may sound like, whoa, this is super out there, but when you really think about it, it's just being super present with where you are and consciously deciding to make it an even better place. So we can decide if this world is amazing or unbelievably terrifying with every action that we do. And as Scorpios, we are the leaders. We are the leaders. It's quite clear in so many ways. Just go to my Instagram page and check out all the Scorpios who I posted. It's pretty inspiring. We are just as amazing as every single Scorpio I posted on my page and more. And we're here to change this world. So that's Phoenix Scorpio assignment number 1. As you do it, you'll notice that all of your ambitions come to you more quickly and more abundantly and more constantly. And it's because you're aligned with the greater good. That's what the Phoenix does. By helping the world around you and helping others evolve, your evolution process speeds up considerably. And everything that you've been visualizing in your 67-second visualization meditation, which I hope you're doing, it's not always easy, 10 times a day, 67 seconds each time, so 670 seconds a day. Just visualize yourself in your ideal reality. What are you feeling like wearing? Where are you? What are you accomplishing? What's your name? Are you in love? What city are you in? What city are you traveling to? Watch my Eagle meditation, my Eagle video if you haven't yet, to get more details on that. So that's assignment number 1. So that's going to be great. I would love for you guys to let me know what in the world you are ready to forgive, and what activism or step or change you're going to do. That little step makes a big difference collectively. It really does. And the second assignment for the Phoenix is quit it. So what do I mean? Is whatever pops in your mind when I said it. And I would like you to choose one habit that is not positive for you, that you feel is honestly not adding or contributing much to your life, and try your best to quit it. And what do I mean? Let me give you an example. Sometimes I can be a complainer. There's no need for me to complain as much as I do sometimes. It's actually like not all the time, but it's just about little things. Like I'd be like, I'm hungry. I'm like, well, okay, just say, do something about it. Go eat. So, or even like, oh gosh, why did that person have to cut us off? Well, it happened. Was there a need to complain about it? Did that help you? So I'm going to try my best to not complain and to actually change every time I complain, to change it to a thought of something I'm grateful about. So that would be the addition to this challenge. You can totally follow the quit complaining challenge, because I think a lot of us sometimes struggle with that. It's easy to complain. So every time you find yourself wanting to complain, check yourself and think of something you're grateful about in your life. So for me, the first person I always think about is my daughter. She's hanging out with my husband right now while I'm doing this video, and I can't wait to go hug her. And him too, but her cheeks. Okay. So just think of, and you see how much it puts a smile on my face. It's so much better to think of what I'm grateful about than to waste my time complaining. And that will help our Phoenix evolution journey incredibly, because the universe focuses on what we focus on. So if we're focusing on what we're complaining about, like annoying people at work or any kind of things, the universe, they don't really hear whether you like or you don't like. It just hears what you focus on. So they're like, oh, annoying people at work, that's what I should give more to in your life. But that's not what you want. So if you instead focus like either on your visualizations of having like your dream job, or focus on the wonderful things that do exist in your life, no matter how small, the universe is like, oh, that's what you're constantly thinking of. So I'm going to give that Scorpio more of that positive thing. But for the universe, they don't even realize it's positive. They just know that that's what you're focusing on. So that's why the quit it is important, because quit what no longer serves you. It could be, a negative habit, a vice, a spending habit. There's just so many things sometimes as signs of extremes that we can fall into. So quit it. And, let's just go ahead and give ourselves 6 months and see 6 months from now how we do. It's not going to be easy to immediately stop complaining. If it's something we've been conditioned to do, it's not going to be easy. So just give yourself a timeline. I'll check in with you guys and see in Taurus season how we're doing. And a lot of us will have a different mentality, and I'm proud of us already. I can envision how we'll be if we stick to these challenges. It's way more than just this 3-day series, It's a lifelong mission to be a Phoenix. And like I said, we go through all 3 stages. So I'm really proud. And the final assignment is very, very, very fun. So I would like for you to make a bucket list for 2017. 2017 is a really wonderful year. It's going to be a lead up to Jupiter being in our sign. Jupiter is the planet of luck, and it's going to enter Scorpio in October 2017, a few weeks before Scorpio season. So I'll be talking way more about this throughout the next year. So let's create a bucket list. 3 things, because it's easy to have a whole bunch of goals, but when you have 3, there's just something about that number, in my opinion, that will help you really focus on attaining them. So this is very personal. We all have different goals and dreams. So try to be specific. Don't just put travel, make more money, because when you put travel, it could be, we travel every day. You take the bus to go somewhere, you're traveling. You walk to the store, you're traveling. So be specific about where you'd like to go and when. Give yourself a date. You can speak in the present tense. I am going to Italy in September 2017 with my best friends, So you can be as specific as possible, but a bucket list, and most importantly, have fun with it. Make a little poster or doodle on a piece of paper and put it somewhere where you can see it every day. It can be in your locker, on your wall, in your mirror, just somewhere you'll see it every day. So if you want to share with me, send me a picture and at me on social media on my Twitter, or send me a DM on Instagram, or post it on my Facebook page. And I want to see your creative bucket list design. And why is that important for the Phoenix? Once again, it's understanding that you create your reality. So the Phoenix is so much in their own lane, but also caring about others simultaneously in a selfless way. So those are the 3 challenge assignments for being a Phoenix. You're going to forgive the world by realizing you are the world, which is think about some sort of worldly issue that's been frustrating you, that you get mad at the world about, that people just make you angry when you think about it, and figure out how you may be a part of the solution. How can you create a solution through the actions that you do? And so that's basically kind of just putting yourself in check in a nice, socially conscious way. Be aware of someone outside of yourself and your loved ones, have empathy for the world. So forgive the world. So then I would like for you, as assignment number 2, to quit it. Quit a habit that is destructive for you. I gave the example of complaining. We can work together to stop complaining as much as we may sometimes, even if it's about little things. Every time you complain, think of something you're grateful about instead. And number 3, really important, is to create a top 3 bucket list. Design it in a way that's visually appealing, that makes you excited to look at it, because you're going to put it up on your wall or somewhere that is special to you that you can see every day. And you're going to work on achieving that bucket list. And we'll have a check-in as Scorpios on this challenge. So those are your 3 assignments for the Phoenix level. And I absolutely am in awe of all the feedback I've gotten. I've talked to so many amazing Scorpios from around the world. I still have more emails to respond to. And I'm proud of all of the amazing progress and effort you've put in this challenge, and you've motivated and inspired me. And I've been having a lot of requests for deeper one-on-one consultations. I offer astrological consultations, and for the longest it was very, very, very exclusive, because my time as a new mom made it that I just didn't open up that much space. But now I actually have some availability because it's the end of Scorpio season, and since I've had such a high amount of people asking, how can I evolve? Can you help me specifically with these certain themes and goals in my life using this evolution challenge? I decided that for 10 Scorpios, you can use this coupon code that I'm going to give, which is called Phoenix. And 10 Scorpios will be able to book consultations with me in these next 5 weeks before the year ends, 5 to 6 weeks. And the goal is I will help you along your evolution journey so that you start 2017 strong as a Phoenix, accomplishing your goals, getting ready for Jupiter in Scorpio. It's going to be really cool. So in the description box is the link to getting the consultation. So it's first come, first serve. I may potentially open up to more than 10 Scorpios, but I'm starting off with 10 slots for now. So just go ahead and check if it's something that calls to you and you want to work with me personally as your spiritual astrologer life coach. And I feel like this is something that Scorpio season has shown us we have the power to do as Scorpios, evolve together. And so I'm excited to continue this journey with my clients. I also have monthly forecasts that I offer. If you don't follow me on social media and have found me through YouTube, and you can subscribe to those. They're more than 10 pages every month, plus a love forecast. I dive into what's happening in the month ahead. So we'll stay connected, and I will have more of these challenges. But yeah, if you're interested in being one of my consultation clients, it's limited availability. There's a discount code, a special discount when you put in the code Phoenix. So all the information is in the description. I'm excited to work with you and help you evolve personally and see how we can apply these Scorpio lessons to your life more specifically, because if we work together, I know that by January 2017, your consciousness will be at the Phoenix level, and you will be amazed at how what you manifest appears in your life. 2017 is an amazing year for Scorpio. I know that every year seems like it's going to be an amazing year, and sometimes we're like disappointed. But because you're applying these lessons, you'll see that 2017 is your year because you're creating your reality. It's as simple as that. So I am excited to work with you all more as clients if you decide to do that. And thank you for your loyalty. Either way, you're amazing. And keep being the phoenixes that you have always been. Ignite that part within you. And know that being an eagle and a scorpion is also amazing. You're all three. And our evolution journey is eternal. It never ends. And I am proud to be a Scorpio. I am proud to have such an amazing community. And I wish you all an amazing end of 2016 and an amazing, amazing life. And let's stay connected. I love you, Team Scorpio. Check the description for the consultations. And I will be talking to you soon. I'll be doing more videos. And thank you for the love. I really appreciate it. Bye.